Okay. We're gonna take another look at the P-47 landing gear. Still working on the doors. As you can see, I've used the pattern to cut out a couple of the two fuselage or inner under lower landing gear doors. So anyway, let's get this wheel out of the way. Pop out the blocker, keeper, pin that holds the gear in the down position. Slide this in and over and down. Let's see what's happening. Something is binding. And it's not a perfect world that we're living in, but it should look something like that, I guess. And this is an indication that I'm going to probably have to put some kind of a friction lock in there for the, just something that'll grab the wheel and kind of hold this all down and in place. So that'll have to be figured out, worked on. But let's just see. So that, you know, they've got the angles about right, almost right, pretty good. So in this case, these doors are just they're just going to meet. There's not going to be, I don't believe I'll have it overlapping one way or the other, although it's not out of the realm. It wouldn't be horrible if we did have this one just slightly overlapping the inner door, rather than trying to make this work, because getting this to close would be nearly impossible. I don't think it'd be strong enough to act as a keeper, so we're going to have to probably set it up to pin in this way instead of that way. There we go. So once we have this line factored in, so basically we're going to end up cutting this here and here, straight shot from here to there. So more than likely that's where the cut will be. The hinge pin, I keep trying to figure out how to make it so that it'll pivot out. So this would be opened first and moved into its position for gear down and locked in place. Get in there. Okay, so that's locked. And then what we would do is swing this down and out of the way into its down position. So in other words, getting this hinge pin placed such that this can pivot, and I'm thinking it'll end up having to be in here, just pivoting straight over, which means instead of overlapping in here, it'll have to be inset in here and just overlapping out here and out here with this cut in, so that as it pivots down, these edges will overlay the fairing. Okay, now I still need to add the inner door part, which is the made of this stuff. So what I'll do is I'll lay a piece of tape across here, masking tape, trace this outline onto the masking tape, and then transfer the masking tape to the sheet stock, and then cut it out. And then once that's cut out, we'll just center it inside of the inner door here, center it pretty much all the way around, and it should just pop right into its spot, leaving the area to be cut away, you know, on the back edge, just making sure that it's centered on the inside of the door all the way around in this area. Okay, so that'll be the next step. Cut the doubler, cut the inner door section out of the sheet balsa, getting it adhered in the right place, and then figuring out how to get that hinge to work so the door can swing down into the vertical position here. So in other words, I can't have the door, failing to open all the way. It has to come down to a 90-degree angle with the bottom of the surface of the wing. And I don't believe that's going to be a problem. I'm just thinking about how to best do that at this point. So here you are. And again, when I go to cut the doublers, I'll show you what I mean about it's just laying, as I said, we'll just lay masking tape across here, 1.5 inch, 2 inch wide masking tape, whatever I've got that's wide, and then just trace this line with the edge of the pencil, just follow it around the tape like so, and that'll give us our line, right? And then we'll just peel the tape off of here, stick it onto the sheet stock, and then just trace that line with the X-Acto blade, cut out that part, and we'll have a doubler similar, exactly how I did it on these existing landing gear doors. That was the method. Okay, so now you know the method. Easy peasy. And then we'll get the doors fitted such that they work with the landing gear leg doors, and hopefully we'll have an acceptable fitting of retractable landing gear. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.